Hello everyone, welcome to concept classes. Today we shall learn about a very important topic in English grammar, which is subject-verb agreement. I've seen a lot of students feel troubled with this respective topic. Okay, so I shall teach you this topic conceptually, which will help you in remembering all the concepts throughout your life. Okay, so just follow this video with your utmost concentration. So the subject verb agreement, when I talk about subject excuse me, when I say I am going to school, okay, in this sentence, okay, what is the main verb? It is going, right? Going is the main verb. Now who is going to school? It's the I. Okay, so I becomes the subject. Always remember, in a sentence the subject belongs to the main verb, okay, not the helping verb. And now when I say going, where is this subject going? Is going to school, so school becomes the object. But the subject matter of this topic is the subject, so we are least concerned about the object. Okay, subject. So I is the subject, and what is the verb that follows? It is am. All right, though it is an auxiliary verb, but it plays a very vital role in this particular topic, which is subject verb agreement. Now when I say agreement, let me give an example. Suppose I say I is eating food. Okay, the sentence might seem absurd, but now is the subject here I is agreeing with the verb is? You say no. All right, why? Because the subject I is followed by singular verb only in case of I am and I was. All right, and rest all the verbs I have, okay, or I had, or I do, I believe, these are all plural verbs. Okay, the subject I is followed by singular verb only in case of am and was. Rest the verb, when I say have, is a plural verb, had is a plural verb, do, believe, I eat is a plural verb. All right, but the subject here in case of this is singular. Okay, so these are the rules of grammar which you have to remember to master the art of learning grammar and securing the excellent mark during your examination. All right, now I shall give you some rules which will help you solve any exercise from any textbook for that matter. Okay, so I have divided rules into 5 parts. First is rule number 1. It is singular verb will always be followed by singular subject. Okay, singular subject will be followed by singular verb. Okay, here singular subject is not only I, okay, it's way beyond I. Now when I say I is only followed by am and was, because it is also followed by plural verb. Okay, so don't be confused. Now when I say singular subject, it is followed by singular verb, and on the right hand side I shall write only about the plural subject. Okay, so there are only 5 rules, so you will not face any trouble in remembering this. All right, so singular subject will take singular verb and plural subject will take or will follow plural verb. Okay, so give us an example. Ram is going to school. When I say Ram is a singular verb, and is here is also, Ram here is singular subject. Okay, and is in this case is a singular verb. Whereas in the other case, I say Ram and Sham. Now, when I say Ram and Sham are plural subject. Alright, therefore, this will be followed by a plural verb. Ram and Sham are going to school. I hope I am clear with these two basic rules. When I say singular subject is followed by singular verb and plural subject is followed by plural verb. Alright, now this brings us to the rule number 2, which is I as a subject. Alright, so when I is a subject, it is followed by, as I've said in my introduction, that I will be followed by singular verb as well as plural verb. Alright, and you will be followed by plural verb only. Alright, let me give you an example. I am a doctor. Here I is the singular subject and am is the singular verb. So this is the example of a singular verb. Now I shall give you example of plural verb with I. So I have been to Delhi. When I say I have been to Delhi, I is the singular subject and have here is plural verb. Right? So I, when I place it as subject, it will be followed by singular verb or plural verb. But when you start a sentence with you as the subject, you will always follow plural verb. Let me give you an example. You are a brilliant student. Yes, you are. Okay, so when I say you is a singular subject, but the verb which is following, it's a plural verb. Alright, so when you have you as the subject, it is always followed by a plural verb. You is never followed by a singular verb. Okay, now going to the next rule, which is rule number 3. It talks about two singular nouns, right, will have singular verb. Okay, kindly note this S, it's a plural. Okay, two singular nouns will have singular verb. The next question which must arise in your back, in the back of your mind, is that how? I shall explain this within the few span of time. All right, so next, when I say two singular nouns in case of plural subject, okay, two singular nouns will be followed by plural verb. Now where is the difference? When I say two singular nouns is followed by singular verb, it happens when two singular nouns are talking of the same idea. Okay, let me give you an example. Bread and butter is delicious during breakfast. Okay, now when I say bread and butter, this bread is a singular noun and butter is also a singular noun, and which is joined by and, this conjunction and. Okay, so bread and butter, these two nouns are talking of the same idea, therefore the verb which is following is a singular verb. How? Because when you eat bread, you will not eat butter separately. right? You'll add butter on your bread and then you'll consume it. Whereas if I give you this example, right, so two singular nouns with the same idea is singular verb, whereas two singular nouns with different idea will have plural verb. Now let me give an example. With the same example, okay? Now just look at the difference. Now when the idea changes, the verb also changes. Bread and butter are very expensive, okay? Or let me add the word costly. Suppose the price of a bread is 20, whereas price of butter is 55. Are they talking of the same idea? No, because the price of bread is different and the price of butter is different. Therefore, the verb which is used is a plural verb. Alright, so two singular nouns with the same idea will have a singular verb, and two singular nouns with different idea will have a plural verb. I hope I'm clear with this. This brings us to the second last concept or second last rule, which is rule number 4, and it talks about two singular nouns, okay, joined by and singular verb, okay, I'm not mistaken, just give me a few minutes. Two singular nouns again joined by and plural verb, okay, will be followed by a plural verb. Now when I say two singular nouns, in case of the first noun, which is followed by an article, okay, first noun with article, you know what are article? A and the, okay. So two singular nouns, excuse me, only the first noun is followed by article, not the second noun. But in case of two singular noun, when both nouns are followed by article, okay, let me give you an example. A singer and dancer is dead, okay. Now when I say singer, singer here is a noun, dancer here is also a noun, but if you notice the article a, I have placed a only before the first noun, not before the second noun. Therefore the verb which is used is a singular verb, because a singer and a dancer is, the idea is talking of a same person, okay, a person who is a singer as well as a dancer. Now how do you separate this? In case if these are two different people, you use plural verb. So therefore the sentence will be a singer and a dancer, all right, are dead. I hope it's clear. Now when I say singer, it's also a noun, a dancer is also a noun, but in both the cases I have used article before the first noun as well as another article before the second noun. Therefore the verb which is used, it's a plural verb, because here the first singer and the second dancer are not the same person, these are two different person, okay. And the last rule, which is rule number 5, it is singular noun is followed by singular verb and singular noun followed by plural verb. All right, now what's the difference? In this case I have been talking about noun in all the previous cases, okay, but in this case In this case, singular noun is followed by two adjectives. Now, you know what are adjectives? Adjective is a word that gives more information about noun. Okay. In case if you have any doubt with respect to what is noun, what are adjectives, what are verb, kindly go back to my playlist. I have already made several videos with utmost conceptual clarity. Alright. Now, singular noun, if it is followed by two adjectives and only the first adjective, okay, this is similar to rule number 4, it's similar, okay, not same. Only the first adjective is followed by article. Let me give an example. I repeat, singular noun which is followed by two adjectives and only the first adjective has article, therefore it will be followed by a singular verb. Let me give you an example. A black and white cow is grazing. Alright. Now in this case, cow is the noun. Black and white, which is talking of about the cow, is adjective. Alright. Now in this case there are two adjectives. One is black and the other is white. If you notice, I have used article only before the first adjective and not the second one. Therefore the verb which is used is a singular verb, because the cow here have both the color, okay, is of the both the color, black as well as white. Okay, so it's talking about a singular noun, therefore it is followed by a singular verb. But in this case, a black and a white cow. Okay, now what will it be? Is or are? It will be are. Why? Because the adjective black and the adjective white, which is before the noun cow, is followed by two articles. Before black I have used one article and before white I have used another article. Okay, therefore the verb which is used is also a plural verb. Alright, so this brings me to the end of today's session. Let me just recapitulate once before I bid you goodbye. Okay, see, now when I say subject verb agreement, so subject must agree with the verb, and that topic is basically the subject verb agreement. Okay, when I say subject must agree with the verb, because the example which I had given, I is eating food, okay, is the subject agreeing with the verb? No, therefore it must be I am eating food, isn't it? Okay, and I have told you that I and I is followed by two singular verb only, which are am and was. Rest all the verbs are plural. Okay, then I had spoken about 5 rules. The first rule talks about singular subject which is followed by singular verb and plural subject which are followed by plural verb. Ram is going to school. Now when I say subject Ram, okay, is the singular verb here. Okay, Ram and Sham, these are two different subject, therefore it is followed by a plural verb. Okay, now rule number 2, it talks about I, which is followed by singular verb as well as plural verb, and this needs no explanation, I suppose. Okay, and you is followed by plural verb only. Okay, because you cannot be followed by am, is. Okay, because this has to be followed by plural verb, because are is a plural verb. In case of any doubt with respect to verb, kindly watch the previous video on verb. Okay, there is one on basic, okay, ABCD of grammar. Okay, the name is ABCD of grammar, and the other is verb and tenses. Okay, you can find it in my playlist. Okay, and rule number 3, it talks about two singular nouns followed by a singular verb, but it must have the same idea. Okay, but again in the second case, two singular nouns followed by plural verb in case of different idea. Now two singular nouns, singular verb, in case first noun is followed by article, not the second one. In case both the nouns are followed by article, this will have a plural verb. Okay, now in case of singular noun which is followed by two adjectives and only the first adjective has the article, therefore it will have a singular verb. And in case of singular noun with two adjectives and both adjectives are followed by articles, therefore it will have a plural verb. Okay, thank you. This is Sir Abdul here, signing off. Jai Hind.